Hi everyone, welcome back to Gwen Jikoni. On today's episode, I'm going to show you how to make a pork dish using apples. This you're gonna love. It can be served with ugali, rice, mashed potatoes, you name it. You only need a few ingredients and you're good to go, and it's so easy and flavorful. So let's get started. So here are all the ingredients you'll need. You'll need some butter to help us sear the pork. Then we have some cooking oil. I'll show you how to use the combo of the two. Then we have some garlic, onions, apples, and sage. These are always a magic when you're cooking pork or even cooking chicken. Sage and apples go hand in hand, and they're very perfect with pork or chicken. I'm gonna show you now how to do it with pork. You need some little honey, definitely the star of the dish, the pork itself. I have some pork chops, I have some Dijon mustard, I have some apple cider vinegar, some cornstarch, and some water to make a slurry to thicken the sauce. So let's get started by chopping up the onions and the apples. As usual, you need a side plate to make our work easier and faster and mess-free. So here is our plate. Let's peel these onions. Cut these apples. I've already pre-washed them. Let me remove the label. We are going to use our dicer to dice this too. As usual, it makes work easier. You really don't need to peel your apple. You can cook it the way it is. I'm slicing it again because it is not as folded as the onions, so once we dice, we want perfect cubes. And since we are going to cook the two together, we can dice them at the same time. Just like that, we are done with all the prep we need to do. Perfectly diced apples and onions are ready. We will mince this while we are cooking. So let's get to cooking. So we've already preheated our pot. Ideally, a wide pan would work as well, but you're going to use the pot since I'm gonna finish the dish in the oven. So we add in the butter. About a tablespoon or two, and melt it. Once it is melted, to avoid getting it all browned, add in like a tablespoon of oil. Because all we want it to do is melt. Then we sear our pork. I had previously brined this pork overnight. so it will be so flavorful. So we do it in batches. Once this is done, we will do the other one. And before you put your pork, you can always season it with black pepper and salt, like that. So let's check our pork on the underneath as we turn it. Look at that, perfectly seared, and it's not sticking on the bottom of the pan or the pot because I've already made sure it is non-stick. Let's check the other side. I believe it is fine. You can set it aside and put the last piece. And put the last piece. So let's flip to the other side. I believe it is seared. At this point, I'm sure it is done. We proceed to the next step. So you're going to add a tablespoon of cooking oil. Then we saute the onions with the apples. The trick to having your honey not stick onto the tablespoon you're using, it's always to start with the oil. So I'm gonna use the same spoon to measure out our honey, and you will realize that it will not stick. So in goes our apples and onions. We'll give it a minute to soften, then add in the garlic and the honey. I want us to add in our garlic at this point. I'm using my garlic press today. Then in goes our honey. Remember, the same side I used for the oil is the same side I'm gonna use for the honey, so that it does not stick onto the surface of the tablespoon. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons. That's how clear the spoon is. Clean. So we stir everything together as we proceed to allow that garlic cook. the apples and the onions to mix through with the honey for the flavor to start building up. Give it another 1 minute to proceed to the next step. Let's add in these things next. So a tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar, it brings some tartness to the dish and it's so amazing. Actually, I'm gonna add 2 to counter that honey. Next, I'm going in with the sage. A teaspoon is more than enough. But let me go extra by adding a second. Then the Dijon mustard, 2 teaspoons as well, on the other side. And we are done with everything before we add in the pork. We stir again. And all that's remaining is to add in the pork, the liquid. We are using water with some cornstarch to make sure that our sauce is thick. So I'm gonna use a tablespoon. I'm gonna dissolve a tablespoon of cornstarch into the water. Then we add it in, then we add the pork. So this is our water and this is the cornstarch. Just pick a tablespoon, add it in, dissolve it in our water. Add it in. These are 2 cups of water. 2 cups of water meaning 500 ml. I want it to bubble up just a little bit. I season with black pepper and salt. Then we add in the pork. We take it to the oven to finish cooking. We can season at this point. This is black pepper. And some salt. Not too much because we had brined the pork. These are the bubbles I was looking for, so that I can now add in the pork. Just realized I did not show you the final thing here before we got here because my memory got full. So I added in the pork, and I was saying I have another similar recipe using the same method for chicken. I will tag it on the description box down below. So all we do is now cover the pot and put it in the oven for about 2 hours, and I'll see you in the next 2 hours. Let's put it in the oven together. 2 hours. So it's been 2 hours. Now I want to check on how it has cooked. Our pork has cooked, and I'm certain it has cooked very well. I also let it rest for about 30 minutes. That's why I'm able to hold these parts, and it has cooled a little bit. I want to show you how soft it is. I'm gonna use 2 forks. You can see, pulling off. And that's exactly how you wanted it to be. Even the skin is soft and tender, and everything is well cooked. I want to serve it in the platter before I garnish. Finally, this piece, put it here. Then I want to drizzle all this sauce on top of it. So let's change things up here a little bit. Gonna move this to this burner. It's not too hot. And place this here. Drizzle our yummy sauce. So basically that's it. This meat is ready to be enjoyed with any side of your choice. Let us garnish. I'm garnishing with some coriander. If you had fresh sage, that would be the ideal thing to use. I will use what we have. And there we have it. Perfectly sweet apple pork. Can be eaten with either ugali, mashed potatoes, or even rice. And that's it for today. I hope you get to try this recipe, and you can as well see how soft and tender it turned out to be. Till next time, happy cooking!